Hello, everyone, and welcome to Galaxy Radio. This is Dr. Ayesha Mughees on your show, A Moment with Dr. Ayesha Mughees. And today we would be interviewing a very talented personality from Norway who is the lead singer of the band Resirkulert. And yes, we have Emil Karlsen today on our show. Emil, welcome to our show. And how do you feel being up here? Emil, your music strikes a very powerful chord in our everyday life. How would you explain the hand in hand combat of misery from our lives via your music? And when did you discover your championship in the field of sounds? And as a band, what brought you together? And I'm sure your band members might too be listening to you on our show. So, what message would you like to give out to them via this platform to Runar Hellozo, Christian Lorentzen, Nutrai Hombi, and Joachim Hansen? And of course, to your family too, your loved ones, and I guess the listeners would also like to know about you in person, about your schooling, your degree, your hometown, where you were brought up, and who do you admire as a person, your inspiration, and of course, Emil, in the end, we'd like to play your own favorite song from your albums that brings you happiness and the world curious for what more you have to offer.
Thank you for having me on your show. This is great. Namibia is not a country I hear too much about, so it's very exciting for me to be on your radio show. I feel very grateful for that you contacted me, and I look forward to this interview. My songs are, when you ask me about the combat of misery of our lives, the hand-in-hand combat of misery of our lives, I do write about everyday stuff that might worry a lot of young people. I mean, we're growing up and we have a lot of opportunities, and we have the opportunity to choose what we want to become. So a lot of thoughts can come to young people on what do you want to be, who are you. There's a lot of things to figure out as a young person. So I write a lot about finding yourself, so to speak. I was quite young when I discovered that music was what I wanted to do. I haven't been doing much else. I'm 22 years old, and I've been doing music since as long as I can remember, actually. But I started this band in 2012. We were just 14 and 15 years old by the time. And as we played together, we started writing more songs, and people liked it, and we played more and more shows. So it just became a bigger and bigger part of my life. The more we played and the more songs we wrote and so on. Then we went to the studio and recorded, and it was a whole new world that opened up to me when we started being more professional. The thing that brought us together in the first place was actually the school that we went to. We all went to the same school. And on this school, they have been very good at sort of bringing culture and bringing music and dancing and performing to the students at a very young age. So a lot of people at my school at that time were very comfortable performing on stage, which I think is a unique thing for such a small place. I'm from a very little place, a village in the northern part of Norway. It's called Storfjord. But we live in Tromsø now, which is it's a city far up north of Norway. A message for my band members: I really appreciate the sound that they have been bringing to the songs that I write, and how we can jam together and just have fun rehearsals. And being 5 members in a band, it should work. If it doesn't, then things will get really hard. But I would like to thank them, actually, for being a part of the band and for contributing in such a, they all have their way of contributing, which makes our sound unique for us. And also, of course, I need to thank my friends and my family and my loved ones always supported us. Our parents, they used to drive us around when we had concerts, and they would also do the economic part when we started making money from this. We were way too young to handle these things ourselves. So I would like to thank them for taking care of us and supporting us all the way. I belong to the Sami people. I grew up in this little village called Utan in Storfjord, outside of Tromsø in northern Norway. And I work as a full-time musician and partly as an actor as well. And I didn't go to any music schooling in that way. I didn't study it, but I was very exposed to music, and I've been doing it a lot, as I said earlier, with this the children's school where we all met. They were putting up a lot of shows that we participated in, but I've never studied actual music, like reading notes and musical education. I don't have that, but I've been doing music so much that it's sort of I've been learning by doing. And a lot of things inspires me. It could be anything from a feeling, or it could be a person. My grandmother has been a great inspiration for me too. She was a very strong person, and she, how do you say it? She dared to do what she wanted, and I think I learned that from her, is to dare to quit your job just to do music, and it's been going very good. And also, there are a lot of musicians that inspires me too, and I must say, my band members, they inspire me in their way, but also there are artists that I love. I mean, I've been a big fan of Michael Jackson and the Beatles and James Brown. That's my all-time favorites, and also a lot of other artists as well. I think if I want to play one song on your radio channel from our album, it must be Al-Haya Helwa, Livet är vackert. Al-Haya Helwa is an Arabic phrase, which means life is beautiful, or the beautiful life. And I wrote it for a piece of a theater performance that a friend of mine was making, and I was making music for it. And it's about the world today needs to be more including and warm, and we need a society where, I mean, I might sound like a hippie, but I just want peace, and we are all just human beings, no matter who you are, what religion you have, skin of color, color of skin, I mean, or whatever. We're all just human beings, so that's what the song is about. Multiculturalism is not a bad thing, it's a very good thing. We just need to have the right attitude. So that's what that song is about, Al-Haya Helwa.
Så skal du se at det blir hakket mindre anspent. Du som er ung og du som er gammel, du som har begynt og som er framme. Livet er bra om vi alle sier det samme. Al-Haya Helwa. Kall meg gjerne hippie, men jeg sier det ikke for å være vittig. Livet er bra. Vi er bare personer med hver sine skikker og religioner. I det store bildet er vi nesten ingenting. Vi er flere millioner. I denne verden vi kaller ved vårt hjem er det lett å gå seg bort og ikke finne frem. Hvem er de gode, hvem snakker sant? Hvem skal bedømme de som tapte og vant? Føler med hjertet, tenker med hodet. Meningen med livet er å knekke sin kode. Men i dag skal vi danse på rose. All hei er hello her. Kall meg gjerne hippie, men jeg sier det ikke for å være vittig. Livet er bra. Vi er bare personer med hver sine skikker og religioner. I det store bildet er vi nesten ingenting, vi er flere millioner. Enig, uenig, det spiller ingen rolle, vi kjenner hverandre nå. Jeg og du, vi har det fredelig. Jeg og du er udelelig. Vi er bare personer med hver sine skikker og